We've all had moments that break us down, searching for light when the world spins round. But in those cracks, the purpose is born, a new way to live when the old is torn. It's more than a story, it's the rise from the fall, a place where your purpose starts to call. With Dr. Stephenson, wisdom takes flight, turning your pain into hope, into light. Collide with purpose, embrace the change. Every story's got a fire in its flame. Tune in, listen, find your way to take life's hardest hits and turn the page. In the podcast, the truth is found. Collide with purpose, let love abound. From heartbreak to strength, the lessons unfold. It's about how we rise, not the stories we've told. Guests with their journeys, sharing their light. In every collision, there's power in sight. It's more than a talk, it's the wisdom we gain through every struggle, through every pain. With conversations that open the door to purpose, to power, to so much more. Collide with purpose, embrace the change. Every story's got a fire in its flame. Tune in, listen, find your way to take life's hardest hits and turn the page. In the podcast, the truth is found. Collide with purpose, let love abound. So come as you are, with your scars and fears. This is the place where the truth appears. Turn your trials into stepping stones. Find the strength to claim your throne. Collide with purpose, embrace the change. Every story's got a fire in its flame. Tune in, listen, find your way to take life's hardest hits and turn the page. In the podcast, the truth is found. Collide with purpose, let love abound. A collision with purpose, your journey starts here. In every conversation, we'll wipe away fear. Find your purpose, let your life ignite. With Dr. Stephenson, you'll find your light.
Right, we're at it again. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to the Collision with Purpose, life-changing conversations to inspire actions. Here we challenge you to reflect deeply and take bold actions. Yes, that's what we do. Take bold actions. Each episode, we uncover the powerful life-defining moments that have shaped the lives of our guests. I am Dr. Laxley Stephenson. We're talking about ordinary people who have turned adversity into triumph. But this isn't just about their stories. It's not just about our guests. It's about you. It's about your actions to ignite your purpose, to create meaningful change in your life. Today, I am joined by some remarkable guests. I have Miss Donna Thompson. Let me bring her on stage. I have Miss Elizabeth Kisiangani, and we also have some other folks coming on today. So Donna, how are you? Welcome to Life Changing Conversations.
I am well, thank you. Thank you for having me this evening, both.
Afternoon, evening, right? Whatever it is, wherever you are, because we're everywhere right now. Hello, Miss Elizabeth, how are you? Welcome back.
I'm good, Donna. Donna and Dr. Laxley, I'm doing well, I thank God. And how are you over there?
Very good. I see you're living in purpose, so you must be doing good. Yes, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, every day is purposeful living.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, we're going to be having a powerful, impactful conversation tonight. Something big happened today. Something huge happened today. And Elizabeth, I'm going to pop this thing on the screen, and I want you to tell us what is this we're looking at, okay?
Yes.
Elizabeth,
Yes.
are you able to see the screen?
Yes, yes, I can
Yes.
see it very, very clearly. And that is what we've been waiting for ages. We were able to give out all the needed requirements for the registration of our the Elizabeth Sitawa Cancer Community-Based Organization. And I'm very, very happy to announce that today we have received the certificate of registration for the community-based organization. That is the Elizabeth Sitawa Cancer Community-Based Organization. So we are fully registered and ready now to work for the benefit of the society and for the benefit of everyone that is fighting cancer in the community and everywhere around. We thank God for this milestone because it has not been a very, very easy journey to just get these certificates. So congratulations to us.
Yes, congratulations indeed. And especially to you, Elizabeth, because you did, you know, serious work. You put in the time, you walked the pavement, you walked the road, and you got it done. So we should say congratulations to you. I'm going to ask Donna to jump in on this. Donna, you are the trustee of the entity of the CBO. How do you feel knowing that we have in our possession the certificate of registration?
Oh my goodness. It's like that in mixed emotions, right? I am happy to see that this has finally come to fruition, that we now officially have our certificate for the CBO. And
Yes.
I am excited. I'm actually excited for the work ahead that we're going to be able to do just from having the CBO. It's
Sure.
just amazing.
Mhm.
Thank you, Donna. I'm going to remove it from the screen. You know, the CBO, as important as it is, it's just a first step. It's a first step. So tonight, we're going to dissect the organization. We're going to go in depth and we're going to talk about the organization because we want anyone out there watching, and we welcome anyone watching us tonight or listening to us. And we ask that you share the stream, share it, because this information is so impactful, so powerful. We don't want to keep it to ourselves. We want to spread it out there. So we ask that if you're watching, share the screen, spread it out, spread the story out, because this is a big story indeed. And what this story will do, what this organization will do for so many individuals, cancer fighters and their families, children, it goes way beyond our imagination, what this thing will achieve. So share it, share it. I'm going to bring on another one of my co-hosts from Bridging Generation, and he's also a director of the CBO. So let me bring him on right now. Hello, Juan.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
How you doing?
Doing pretty good. How are y'all?
Doing great, doing great. We're here talking about the Elizabeth Sitawa Cancer Community-Based Organization. And we're so thankful and grateful that you're able to join us. You are one of the directors, and you know, we're looking to do big things. So we're going to be talking about it tonight. So let me get with Elizabeth, because Elizabeth, this is your baby. You've been wanting to do this for years. This is something that you've dreamed about, and now you're seeing it being manifested. How do you feel?
In fact, I think the feeling is unexplainable. I can't say what I'm feeling. I can't express what I'm feeling because it's been tedious just to make sure that the certificate is with us, because a lot of paperwork is needed, a lot of explanation, a lot of so many things for it to come to life. So I'm just very excited that everything we did was perfectly okay, and the registration process just went on very, very smoothly. I feel so good, and I just feel that I should now be up on my I should be out of bed and just help out these people that are also suffering from cancer. And I really want God to just heal me so that I get to my feet and talk to these people who are at the verge of giving up because cancer is eating them left, right, and center. So through this organization, I'm sure a lot of things are going to be seen, and we are going to do it as long as we are healthy. Health first, and then everything will come into being. That's what it is.
Elizabeth, I want to go back to you. I want you to tell us what inspired you, what inspired the CBO? Why the CBO?
Okay, so this CBO is the short form of the word community-based organization. Now, I was really touched by how cancer people are dying, how these cancer people are now registered under people living with disabilities. You know, once you lose a part of your body, you become disabled. Like for me, I'm already in the process of registering myself as a person living with disability, because even if the disability is not seen out there, there are some body organs and body parts that have lost through because of cancer. So the way I saw people suffering, people have nothing, yet they are fighting this very, very big disease. I just told myself, one day I want to stand with 1, 2, or 3 fighters and watch them taking through the journey up to that last time, if God is all for us, until that last time that I'll see this person very fine and walking around. I was just inspired by, I think cancer inspired me to do something for the society, because I'm wearing the shoe. And you know, the wearer of the shoe, they say, knows where it pinches. So seeing the way I suffered individually, I said, dear God, just give me some more time to create a mark, to this person who is fighting cancer. And that is when last year, as we were talking with you, Doc, I told you I just need to do something for cancer patients. It's not an easy journey, especially for us people who are in these countries that are still developing. We have no, if you have to get treatment, you just have to travel miles and miles away to go and get your treatment. So it hasn't been an easy thing, and that's why that vision came to me, and just decided that with or without anything, maybe just talking to these cancer patients will help out, will give more life to these cancer patients. So that's why I came up with it and just said, dear God, I don't know how I'm going to start it, but I know you're going to help me reach where I want to. And as we can see, the light has just started now coming and coming, because the organization is now officially launched. I mean, it's now officially registered. I'm now looking forward to that day. We are going to officially launch it, and we keep going, we keep doing 1, 2, because at the moment, anything that is going to be done it's going to be done under the organization. And I'm sure the community, plus even the whole of Kenya, is really going to benefit from this organization. That is my prayer, that we reach as many cancer fighters as possible, and not just the cancer fighters, because this cancer has brought out even orphans. There are so many orphans that are there because their parents died of cancer. Maybe this single lady or single man who had a child, and the child is all alone because the parent is dead. So I really, really, it's my wish that the legacy I'm going to one day leave is the legacy of this lady was once a cancer fighter. She came out victoriously, and she did 1-2 for other people. And that one is what I want to put a mark in each person's life and in each person's time here on earth. Thank you so much, Doc and Donna, because were it not for the two of you, I don't know, because I don't know where I could have started. You are the ones who now prepare the way for me, like John the Baptist in the Bible. He prepared the way for Jesus. You people prepared the way for Elizabeth Sitawa, and you're the ones who prepared the way for the birth of this organization of ours. I'll not talk about it being my organization. It is our organization, because it's going to benefit each and every person here on earth. That's what I can say.
So let's keep moving. And Donna, I want to get your inspiration for wanting to be part of this initiative. Why is this important to you?
So, on a personal note, right? It's important to me because, I lost my dad to cancer. And I know the extent of medical costs and treatment, and not having the resources, all the resources that you need. And then, not to mention when you've depleted all your funds and now you have nothing left, then it's like your care just stopped because you have nothing left to pay for your care. And so I lost my dad. And so I have a very personal, a personal interest in wanting to make a difference and trying to help others to go through fighting this horrific disease. Currently I do have several family members that they're with this illness, they're with this ailment, and they are fighting through their cancer as well. And the treatment and how it affects the family and the children and everybody. So it's a complete family thing. It's a complete, community thing that this disease affects. So, with Elizabeth, and coming to find out what Elizabeth is fighting as well, then it was just something that it was just a no-brainer for me, right? It was just a no-brainer to say, hey, we need to do this, because it's, if Elizabeth is going through this, there's millions of other people that that's suffering. They're suffering silently. And, I hope that we can make a change so that people are not suffering silently, and to kill the stigma of cancer.
Wow. To kill the stigma of cancer. And stigma is a big, big thing. So we'll talk about it some more. But I really want to focus on what this organization about, its structure, its organization, and what it will do. So what are some of the key goals and objectives of the organization? What are some of the things we aim to achieve, especially in our first year? And Donna, you're Elizabeth, you can take it on.
Elizabeth?
Yes. So the objectives for the for this organization, one of them is the objectives. I don't know if it's excitement, I don't know, but I'm just I'm just happy because of getting that certificate. So the objectives, we talk about why the organization is into place. First of all, the objective number 1. Let me check here as I give out. I don't know them offhand. The objectives are
Let's
here.
talk in general terms. What are we hoping to achieve in general terms? You don't have to be specific. What are the objectives? What are we here for?
In general terms, the main objective of this cancer CBO is to kick out, to ensure that this stigmatization to the cancer patient. I think that is the best thing that we are going to deal with. Kicking out. We are going to ensure that we kick out the stigmatization of cancer patients. And also, we are going to advocate. We are going to advocate the rights of people who are living with cancer and also who have been affected by cancer. We are also going to support. We are going to offer support to the people that are fighting cancer, offering support to them, and then also fighting stigma. And we are also going to create awareness. Now, creating awareness, like this month. This month is a pink month. Mostly you'll see people. I was even yesterday at a certain function where they are advocating for people to go for cancer screening. So this month is the pink October for the people for the breast cancer. So cancer, we can say we have different types of cancers, but we just talk about cancer generally because it's a very bad disease. So we are going to advocate, we are going to really advocate on early screening, the importance of early screening to these patients. And also we are going to talk about the stigmatization part, which is killing a lot of people. And we are also going to offer, where we can, we are going to offer support to the families that are going through these cancer menace, to all the people. We are also going to, through this advocacy, we are going also to protect, to look at how to protect the rights of the people living and suffering from cancer. And also, we are going to really try and partner with the government and also other non-governmental institutions or non-governmental organizations that have been approved by the government. These non-governmental must be approved by the government to implement the process. There's some programs and activities that will help us walk around and just do this big campaign of ending the stigmatization in the cancer fighting. I think that's what majorly our objectives and aims of our organization will be.
Donna, can you jump in on that? And from your perspective, of course, you're here in the United States. Elizabeth is in Kenya. So there may be, roles might be a little bit different in terms of how you go about achieving things.
Mhm.
What do you see? What do you see happening in terms of how you see your participation and you bringing on people from here in the United States? How can they support the entity?
Sure. So currently, we are advocating for members, right? You can become, individuals can become a member of the CBO. And of course, there is, a monthly or yearly, depending on how you're wanting to, spend your finances. But you can become a member where you spend a few dollars to be a member in the organization. And what that really will help us to do is to you know, build some sort of a cancer center, under the CBO, of course, where we will be able to provide support for those individuals in the community who may not have the funding to be able to go and get treatment, get the proper nutritional advice that they need, palliative care. So we'll have medical individuals who will be a part of these centers so that they can also provide for the community that, who are suffering and they cannot provide for themselves. And also through the membership, because this, of course, is going to be funded through membership and various fundraising, we'll be able to build several of these facilities throughout the communities. And that also will go into helping those families and their children, especially the children, where the families, they can no longer work, or just like what Elizabeth said, now you have children who have become orphans because they've lost their parents. So now the organization will be able to come in and provide some level of support for these children so that they can continue going to school, or just, meals and, just things that they may need. So we'll definitely provide mental health care, because that is very important for our fighters, mental health care, palliative care, nutrition, guidelines. Will provide all that information. So that is the vision, that at least for, what we would like to accomplish as well through the CBO, not just, on the foot type of thing, but we want to have physical buildings where we can have individuals come and we help them.
Sure.
I'll say that while we did receive the certificate today, that's a big, big deal. But now the real work begins, right?
Sure.
It's wonderful stuff there, but we cannot rest on that. We can only pat ourselves on our back for a very brief moment, and then it's time to get the work done. And a big piece of this entity, this CBO, this community-based organization, is membership. A membership drive. We're going to initiate one. We are launching a membership drive immediately. In fact, we need people on board. This machine can only move. People are the fuel that will run this machine. So let's talk a little bit more about membership and what exactly does membership mean? I know there's a fee that is tied to membership, and what's the frequency of the fee, and so forth. And what happens if a person is not consistent with their fees? Can we talk about that a bit? Who wants to take that on?
Yeah, sure. So I can probably start, and then Elizabeth and you, Doc, you could, jump on board if, whatever I miss. So currently we're looking at in Kenya, it's was it 500 shillings, I believe, in Kenya to start off, which if you, equivalent in US, depending on the currency and the exchange rate, maybe $5 or something like that, possibly $10, right? But that membership is actually per month, right? So you'd pay that membership per month. And depending on what you're doing, like I said, you can pay it monthly, you can pay it for the entire year, right? So you'll pay that membership. Within that, not just that you paid the membership, but you are expected to be active, right? You have to be active in the CBO. So it may be, going out advocating for more members, helping with different initiatives, fundraising events, and just various initiatives that we will have in the CBO. So there still will be some active work that you would want to do within the CBO. Now, to renege on your membership, of course, if you do not pay your membership, then of course, unfortunately, then, that will be, whether it's, suspended or for a period of time that you would not be a member of the CBO. And also another way not to really lose your membership status is if you're not taking part, and being an active member in the CBO, that is also another way, because it's not just collecting funding, but this is really important and serious work. So we do need, individuals who are really committed as well to doing the work.
let me get some clarity here. Now, what if a member is incapacitated for whatever reason, can't be active? Is there a way they can be members without being active and just pay their dues? Because some people prefer not to be as active, but they want to contribute financially. Is there such a thing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm quite sure there is, right? There's
Mhm.
always so many ways that you can participate in the organization, you know, without actually having to physically go out there and do anything, or you know, making up placards or anything of that nature. There's a million different ways that your skill is valued, will be valued in the CBO, where yes, you can actually, you know, still be a member.
Okay, so in certain instances, you know, if you can't, you give what you can, basically.
Right,
You
right,
give
right,
what you can. You
right.
give what you can.
Absolutely.
Give what you can. Now, what about volunteers? I'm sure an organization like this will need volunteers, right?
Yes, absolutely. We do need volunteers, and we will need volunteers.
All over the place, here in Kenya and wherever, right? Right, Elizabeth?
Sure. But the volunteers, have being a member means you're going to sacrifice a lot because of these people that we want to help. So being a member, you just have to do what the Constitution says. That is, you're supposed to give out at least. We are not just stuck on the 500 shillings. There might be somebody who has more, or but the minimum should just be 500 per month. So we are appealing to people who can get us. They can get me, or they can get through Lenny, so that immediately we are sure that everything is right on time, because we are officially registered. Tomorrow our main work will be getting an official bank account, and then we also have what we call a pay bill, where a member will always pay the amount needed. Through there, we are not going to use any private number. No, our number will be very official for the organization. So for a person to be a member, just make sure that you're there and you keep being there. We don't want to have different members. This month, this one is there. The next month, he or she is off. We are not going to deal with that. So this person should just be ready to sacrifice a lot, not because of anything else, but because of the people who are fighting cancer. And make sure when you join that your sound of mind, your mind, you should be of sound mind, so that as we sit down and discuss issues, we are able to come up with something that is going to be very beneficial to everybody. So the minimum amount is going to be 500, and for volunteers, I'm not quite sure of what we are going to do about it, but for volunteers, we are also going to check on that. I'm sure the chairman will give us very good details on that. I think he's just about to join us.
So you'll be building out the volunteer piece of the organization. So there's so much more to build, but because of the urgency of the work, you know, we can't wait to have all those things in place, because there are people, there are cancer patients out there, fighters as you may, and their families that need support. So
Exactly.
yes, we will get back to building out the volunteer piece, necessary part of any organization. But you need people, you need human resources, you know, to get the work done. But also, I want to say that as like any official organization, monies received will be done in an official way, all through official banking. So there's so there's no need for anyone to be concerned about how transparency and funds will be handled. All of that will be done in the most official way. So this is a serious business. This is about life, and that's how it will be approached. So Donna, again, are we going to have a way where we, because of different currencies and we're in different countries, we'll be looking at ways to how you collect money from here and transfer it to the main bank account in Kenya? Will there be some systems in place to address things like that?
Yes, we will have systems in place so that we can address those issues for those members, so that they can join.
Right. Because I'm already receiving requests from individuals. How can I join? How can I support? How can I join? How can I support? So very important that that is in place so we can get that working. Very important. Right. So just wanted to put that out there. As I see the chairman just showed up. Let's bring him on. Here, the Honorable Lenny Soita just joined us. He's the chairman of the Elizabeth Sitawa Cancer CBO for community-based organization. Welcome on, Lenny.
Thank you so much, Doc. I'm very sorry, first of all, my apologies for joining the meeting a bit late. But I'm here, and I think I'll just be appraised on the progress you have made. Then I can pick up from there.
Yes. Yeah, we're going over membership. We talk about membership. We're talking about we've received our certificate, so it's official. The organization is official. We talk about some of our objectives, and of course, you can add to that what the purpose of the organization is and what we aim to achieve. So that's pretty much what we covered, in general terms. But membership is a big thing. It's a big piece. And is there anything you want to talk to in addressing members or future potential members, what you're looking for, what you would like to see from members?
I think I want to appreciate, first of all, the efforts for you, Doc, and Donna, and the other people who are attending. I can see Elizabeth. This issue of certificate has curtailed us to make so many moves, but we thank God finally it's here. Elizabeth has done her magic, and we want to appreciate the efforts to get the certificate. And this is going to be the tool that we are going to use to address so many issues. One, it will assist us to open an account for the CBO, which is very important, because once we get a bank account, we get a pay bill. Somebody can join from anywhere he wants to join the organization. Then secondly, as we had agreed, we want to bring on board as many members as possible who are willing to support this noble objective. But in a nutshell, we want to get very serious members, people who are going to be committed, people who are going to go through the Constitution and abide by what the Constitution it says, because it has summarized everything. How to join, what is expected of you, and even disciplinary action, how to even exit from the organization. So this is a very serious entity that is governed by the Constitution, and the Constitution is going to be our guiding tool in terms of engagement, because it stipulates even our functions. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not sure if you was done. You say stipulate different functions. So the Constitution is everything. It is everything. It is what
it's like our Bible. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Now, will the Constitution be made available on our website, on the Facebook page, so people can access it as well?
I think it's very important. It is very, very important. But what I was looking at, Because we are still in the infancy stage of the CBO, we may want to put a few things in place, like establishing our financial books, our accounts, and now putting together our vision for the founder members. First of all, putting our vision together and agreeing, because I want a situation whereby we are going to onboard every official, every person we have put as an official now in the organization on a meeting like this, so that after having a physical meeting with them, the local ones here, I would want us to have a meeting so that we agree in principle what is bringing us together and how do we want to navigate so that we make this thing a success. You know, we must whip our emotions and objectives and resolve so that somebody first of all understands why he or she is getting into this organization and CBO. That's my take and my thoughts. But I am of the opinion I want us to bring as many people as we can. But you see, we can bring so many people, then we get confused along the way because they will start now, they will want to disrupt us to get into the agenda, which we may not. We want them to find us when we are already moving and we have already set our agenda and our clearly on our objectives so that we don't go wrong.
So you'll be scheduling a meeting with the directors.
Yes, the local ones here, but once we are through with them, because I also want them to understand clearly what they are getting into, because some of them I've not met them in person. I've only talked to one or two people. So I want also to get a physical meeting with them, analyze individual capacity and agree and tell them also their functions, because we need, even in our inaugural meeting, to get somebody from the registration office who will come and educate. You know, the chairman has got his roles, the secretary has got his or her roles, the vice chairman has got his roles, the assistant secretary has got his roles, the patrons and the trustees have got their roles, so that everybody fits in his or her function very well and understands it, because we are not here for a joke. Because I think I got into this Doc and Donna because of the seriousness that you indicated to me and Elizabeth. And we don't want to make this thing, we want it to be big. So I don't want to bring on board people whom I think will want to bring here jokes, will want to have, bring here, you know, by my local people like politics also, because I don't want politics. I'm a politician, but I don't like politics. Because in a serious business, the moment you bring on board people who are thinking that this is just a social club, they may make us derail and lose where we are going. So that's what I don't want.
You know, I appreciate you saying what you're saying, because I want anyone out there watching us to understand that this is not driven by politics. It's not driven by personal needs. It's driven by the needs of certain individuals who are living in Kenya who needs as much support as we can give them. And we're talking specifically about people who have cancer or fighting cancer, and not just the individuals who are fighting cancer, but their children as well. So I'm
Their
so
families,
happy.
actually, their families, yeah.
I'm so happy that you came on and you expressed and articulated the way in which you did, with the seriousness. But this is how important and serious this thing is. It's not something we're here playing with or just doing for the sake of doing it. We're doing it for results. And Donna, you tell us why. What I want you to jump in and tell us what kind of results we're looking for.
The result that we're looking for, right, is, you know, like I said earlier, we are looking to where we will have physical buildings, Elizabeth Sitawa Cancer CBO buildings that will provide palliative care, will provide a doctor, a nurse, that will provide a nutritionist, that will provide mental health support. And this is going to help the individuals who are fighting this disease, who needs help, who needs additional help. They cannot afford to go to their regular doctors. They can't afford to go to the hospital. They need to pay insurance. They need to know how to eat. They need someone to talk to. They need to have a safe place to go when they're having a hard day. This is what these buildings are going to provide. And then for their families and for the children, they're going to have a safe place to come to know that they can come, they can be cared for, and know that we'll do the best that we can to help them to fight this disease while we will eradicate the stigma of cancer that is in the communities, so that people are not afraid anymore to say, this is what's happening to me. I need help. We're going to provide that safe haven for them to come so we can help them.
You know, Lenny, I know we're only getting started, and thank you for that, Donna. But I know we're only getting started. Do you have any short-term goals, like a one-year goal in mind? Is there any such thing yet?
Yeah, very well. I want to appreciate Donna, and I think she's talking what is on my mind, and I think once we achieve that, we are good to go, and that would be like our center for operations and center for everything. And moving forward in that building, we need also to have even some places like holding rooms, like wards, like where people who are rejected, people who are stigmatized, who have run away, we come and manage them. After some time, we release them back to the family when they are mentally well and they are feeling much better, and when they are ready to go back and mingle and mix with the other people. But my short-term objectives, one is as we get this certificate, after convening of the meeting, because out of the meeting that we shall have, we shall draw minutes that will enable us now go to a bank and open an account. Once we have opened that account, the first goals are for us, the registered members. I know Donna and Laxley have already contributed their shares, but we want to deposit.
We'll come again. Lenny, we'll come again. We'll come
No,
back.
I'm aware. No, I was just being careful with my words, but because I want to appreciate the support that you gave even in these initial stages. So I want us, once we open the account, I want to push. I want to see how we can push and get on board some of the professionals, the people you had advised me that we can bring on. We want people who can also add value. Once we share the idea, we share our objectives, and they feel like they can on board. Like the attorney I was talking about, some of even these government officers, the ministers who are willing to join us, so that they come in heavily, so that we are supported from the day one. And once we have established that, I think once we have established that, we need to, I was talking to Elizabeth the other day, where I was telling her that I wanted even to start by, immediately we are registered, to start contributing. I want to get some of my clothes that are, because I'm now going to the gym, that have become big, the ones that are small, the ones that have been, I want us to start having a place where we are collecting things that we can use to go and support family. I want to bring on board foodstuffs. I want to see how I can collect through Mobilize and get some foodstuffs, so that we can start already touching people's life. Visit the fighters. We can be able to get them. Once we have this CBO, we shall link with the hospices in the hospitals, so that we get to know where are these people, where do they go to. I have a case that I want to talk about, because there is a patient, actually, unfortunately, who we lost, but who had a lot of complications when she was having her medication at our referral hospital. And when I was listening to the story, it really touched me. And I knew that behind where this lady is coming from, she may have left even children who are suffering. They may be having no blanket. They may be having no food. And when some of us can spare something even to those families. So we want to come together. I know Elizabeth alone now in her current state cannot be able to run with this. So she needs me, she needs the vice chair, and that's why I need to bring on board those people. We do not want joyriders, and they have to tell us how they are going to sacrifice their time. Because me, I'm ready to sacrifice my off days and my weekends so that I can be able to do something. So I want to have free time from my office work. When I get to the weekend, after doing one or two things, I have to achieve an objective. And this objective is clearly what we are talking about. So my my clear objectives are: we register, we get funds, we get on board the quality people, we start moving with the object, because the constitution is like our Bible. Whenever we want to derail, we refer to it. What are we supposed to do? What is our objectives? What do we want? What are our patrons and trustees? What do they want? How do they want us to move? So that we move along well-guided lines. And whatever we are doing, we must document it. We must document, so that in the event of anything or conferences, we are going to showcase, we are going to show that exactly this is where we started from. We even had no building. We never had a physical address. We started from maybe a shop somewhere, but this is now where we are after 2 or 1 year along the line.
So Lenny, you heard what one of the trustees said, right? She wanted a building. She wanted a building, and you concurred. So that's serious stuff, right?
Yeah.
She was very clear in saying we need a building, and a building we will have. And so that's something we will start working on, almost immediately in terms of putting the plans together, because nothing start and begin until we get it started, right? We're not going to wait for it to happen. We're going to go for it from day one.
Yes.
Day one. And we have the certificates. Elizabeth is back. Elizabeth, is there anything you want to add? We're getting close to calling it, wrapping up. Is there anything else you're back on? And this is all happening because of one person, and that is Elizabeth. This is all happening because of you, Elizabeth. So we're so grateful for you. And there's so many other individuals out there that will be grateful for you as well. So much kudos to you. You're making it happen. You're doing it. And we're really happy that, you got us involved so we can be part of something like this. Such a wonderful, awesome initiative that's about making a difference, impacting and impacting lives in a positive way. So is there anything else you want to add, Elizabeth, that you'd like to add?
Sorry, I went off a bit. I attended to the body. It misbehaved. It misbehaved a bit. So for me, this is you'll always see me smiling, always strong, and always wanting to be fine every day, so that I can be a walking testimony to these people that are really suffering from cancer. And to you, the 3 people on the screen, allow me today, tomorrow, and every day to tell you that I love you so much, and thank you for holding me during this very, very tough time. And through this organization, I'm sure that we are going to do it to our best. I would like to ask everybody that is watching this that you're very free to join the organization. You're very free to pay the amount needed, and more than that if you can, because the cancer patients are all over, everywhere. So I'm really praying that everything just goes well. And thank you, everyone watching this or who will watch later, for the support that you've always given me. It's a very tough journey. I'm actually not very fine, even as we talk right now. But at the end of it all, life has to continue. We are still going to live with purpose, And our purpose, our main purpose for these, the Elizabeth Sitawa Cancer CBO, is just to kick out cancer stigmatization, which is out here really killing. Cancer is not killing people, but the stigma they are facing.
There's some connectivity. She's back. We'll bring her on.
All I pray.
Welcome back, Elizabeth. Continue, please.
Yes, all I pray for is very good health, and for God Almighty to bring very many people so that we can touch very many lives. We really want to touch the lives of people out here who are really suffering just the way I am. We are just going to do it. We are going to do it in a very special way to all the cancer fighters and all the others who have been directly affected by the cancer, because my heart is really out for the children. I think the children suffer the most, especially the age of maybe like my kids, the age of such will really suffer when their parents are hit by it. And I was very shocked because one time while in hospital, cancer, I always thought cancer affects only old people. That was my assumption some time ago. Before this cancer hit me, and before I went to hospital to see what the people who suffer. You know, nowadays even the kids, you find a small girl who hasn't even breastfed, having breast cancer, and you wonder how did it come. So cancer is affecting everybody from kids up to the old people. And I'm really, really praying that everything that we dream of comes true. And I'm sure the Elizabeth Sitawa Cancer CBO is just going to be the talk of the town as to how we are really standing up, standing in the gap for the people fighting. And let's keep doing it because the society will be happy, and I'm sure God in heaven will also be very happy with what we are doing. Actually, just allow me again and again, Dr. Laxley and Donna, to just be grateful to God for bringing the two of you in my life. You've really shaped me into a very, very strong woman who is living in hope, positivity, and resilience that you really put in every time, checking up on me, every time being very keen on how I behave. You just know something from my voice, and maybe something is not good, or you even ask, today you look or you sound excited, or today something is wrong. And yeah, that all that care just keeps Elizabeth a very, very strong woman. And I promise that this CBO is really going to bring life to me, because I want to be a testimony. I want to stand in front of these people, and tell them that I fought cancer and cancer went away, and you too can fight just the way I did, only if you are hopeful, only if you're living with positivity, and only if you are resilient. Those three words always make my day, Doc. And just thank you for bringing those three words in me. Those three words completely changed my life. And those are the three words that I always wake up with. And I always, as anytime I'm taking tea, I'll take tea and say, I'm living in hope. I will be always, and always I will be resilient. Thank you so much, Doc and Donna. And thank you, Lenny, for being there for me. You're such a great friend who is the nearest. Donna and Dr. Laxley are far, but Lenny takes the initiative of calling me every time, knowing how I'm doing and everything, what a friend can do for a friend. And surely he represents you people in Kenya. He follows me and ensures I've eaten, I've done what and what. This is a very tough man who will even want me to take a photo, telling me you are cheating, you have not eaten. Let me see you eating. Such like things. He always makes everything just getting very, very well, anytime, any place. And I really thank you people for just bringing this, the Elizabeth Sitawa Cancer CBO. You really pushed it, and you can see it's really coming. And I promise that as long as there's life and as long as there's hope, our CBO is just going to be more fire. Fire.
Wow. You know, what I do know for sure is as long as the four of us who are here right now is here, this thing is going to happen. It's going to happen big. As long as Lenny's at the wheel, Donna is where she is as a trustee, I am where I am. And you, Elizabeth, you don't even understand how persuasive you are. You have no idea. To bring us together the way you did, and it was so easy. Lenny, was it easy for us to work together?
I even didn't understand. And the magic behind this is that every other day I'm changing my resolve, and I'm reorganizing my life now around this. Yeah.
So that's
I was
what you're
telling a friend that I'm having visitors in God giving us good life in June, so I need to start preparing some few things here in regards to that. And I've told Elizabeth, she finds me a bit rough because one, I think she has now understood me where I'm coming from. Because I'm a strict manager. Two, we want her to be strong. We want her to be honest and tell us the truth, particularly when she's on her bad days, because she tends to feel like speaking out every other time she's bothering us. I promise her that as long as I'm alive, I would rather sell everything that I have so that to support and see that she's not suffering. Then we see that she's there for the kids. We see that all other people who are suffering, the other cancer fighters that we are going to encounter. I was telling a friend that if you can't even volunteer, because we are going to reach a situation where we are supposed to go and even wash some of these patients who may not be able to walk, who may not be able to get out of their beds. So it is something that you have to give your heart and give your soul towards it. And you have passion for whatever you are doing and touching people, changing people's lives around us. I was telling Elizabeth the other day that I need to go to the farm and plant local vegetables, get seedlings and plant so that the fighters can also have an alternative vegetables in their farms. So we are multi-pronged. We are going to have both the medical approach, the nutritional approach, the way Donna has put it, the psychological, the mental wellness approach, and the both even financial support and material support where we can. As long as we can be able to do whatever God will enable us to do to change and touch these people's lives.
And understanding how we're approaching it. When we can't, we'll have our replacement.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have those ready to take over from us when we can't. So this is never ending. It's never ending. This kind of work, there's no end to it. The end is when it's gone, when there's no cancer, right? That's when the end. And that's where we're coming to see through to that place. So Donna, it's 1:04. We got a few minutes. Let me hear your take in form of a closing argument.
So I just want to put out there and propose a call to action. there's billions of people in the world. I don't know quite the number, but I am sure that in the billions of people in the world, you've all heard of cancer. You've all been impacted some way, somehow, whether it's a friend, a family member, a friend of a friend. And you know the devastation of this illness. You know the need for care for this illness. So I am appealing to you. Come on board, join us, because this is something that is needed for the people who are fighting this horrific disease. And note that when we say cancer, it does not discriminate. We're not talking about breast cancer. We're not talking about colon cancer. We're not talking about pancreatic cancer. We're not talking about any of those. We're talking about all cancers. So we're there to support everyone who's suffering from all cancers, all gamut of this disease. So we plead to you to join us and be serious in your initiative, because I'm telling you, if you have not been affected yet, the way things are happening, you will be affected by someone you know close to you who will be going through this. And that's my closing argument. And I'm happy to be a part of the CBO.
And what a closing argument. What a closing argument. You know, Lenny, you said something about the farm and planting healthy food. And that is something that I'm with. How many percentage can you go? When do you max out? 1,000%. Is that the max? Can you go any higher?
Whatever the case, we will give it our best, Doc. We can go, we can do it to the very maximum.
To the maximum. That is such a big deal. That is such a big deal. Because healthy food, healthy food. One of the problems, one of the causes of cancer is bad food, right?
Sure.
Food. So how do we counter something? Healthy food. Can't go wrong. So 100%, 200%. We got to get that done. That's another initiative as important as that building you're talking about, Donna. So that's a big piece there. And I want to reach out to anyone who's listening, just to know you'll be getting a call from me. Personal call. And it'll be a call. If you can't be a member, I understand. But I'll be calling you for some kind of donation to donate to this cause, this worthy cause. You know, I don't see any reason why you cannot be a member, but there's so many ways that you can support this initiative. So many ways. And I'm talking to folks here where I live in the United States. So I'll be calling on you. I'll be calling on you. Elizabeth, before we close, is there anything else you'd like to say before we go?
Yeah, before we go, I would like to just ask God to bless each one of us for being there for me and for standing with me during this tough time. And I promise that the Cancer CBO is going to be real, very real. It's going to practice everything that is meant to be. And with God, everything is possible. And always remember that when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. No matter what you're going through, always remember God is there, and God might just use that very terrible situation you're in. God might use the scars that have come out because of the fight and turn them into stars that will shine brightly in the lives of other people. Thank you so much, everybody, for being there for Elizabeth Sitawa Kisiangani. She will be forever, ever grateful, and continue praying for her, because it's still very, very tough, but I know I'm going through it. And just do it also. Be tough every time and carry yourself with hope, carry yourself with positivity, and always be resilient, no matter the toughness of the situation that you're going through. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you. You are our champion. You should know that. You're the reason why you brought us together, right? You brought to attention a very serious problem, and you brought us to, who's to say if we would have been doing this? Don't know, but one thing for sure, we're doing it, and it's because of you. For that, we're grateful to you. Lenny, is there anything you'd like to add before we go?
Not really. I just wanted, Donna, I'm still waiting for your input on the itinerary. When you get time, any adjustment that you will have, I will appreciate. But I also wanted, maybe if you have any other input on the membership application, so that we can also add. Then once we affirm, we can put them and see how we can roll them now to go digital. But what I wanted to say, Doc, I don't know if I made sense on how I want us to go about the membership drive, so that we go slowly as we build people whom we know we are going to move with for long term.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know there are people who may get excited because of what we are doing, thinking that maybe they are coming into something where there will be money, where we are going to have jobs, where we are going to have parties. There's no merrymaking here. This is serious business and sacrifices that has brought us together. Yeah.
So you heard it from the chairman. This is not a party. We will be coming together we'll be working, and we will have fun as we do the hard work. Because we enjoy that kind of work. But it's not a party.
Yeah.
It's real. And
thank you. I really appreciate this kind of conversation, this kind of engagement. And I think you people have really made my thinking, my perspective. I used to be, I think I'm also finding my purpose, just the way Elizabeth has found her purpose of positively living. I'm finding my purpose of giving back to the society, giving back to the community, and working very hard. Yeah.
Well, the short time we have known you, it seemed like it's been a long time.
Yeah.
And it's a long time because of what you're doing and how much you have done and how much you've contributed towards this initiative and to the Collision with Purpose as well.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to leave that out, because that's a big piece of this CBO as well. And you have really supported both in such a way. In fact, you have taken hold of both of them in Kenya, and you're doing an amazing job, and we appreciate that. And we must tell you, I want to tell you that publicly, that you're doing an amazing job, and we appreciate that.
He has won.
Sure. In fact, now
he's doing everything.
Can you proceed, Elizabeth?
Yeah, Lenny, allow me to just be grateful publicly, because were it not for you, it was going to be very, very tough for me. You've played a major role in coming up with the organization, doing everything without any complaint. And let me say that above it all, may God keep you for this organization to just get to what it is meant for. Thank you very much, and lots of love from Elizabeth.
Don't forget to say that I've been putting you also under pressure.
Yes, thank you for putting me under pressure and making me eat by
irrespective of your condition. When technically
good pressure is good. Good pressure. It's bad pressure we don't want. Good pressure is good. We're having fun here, and that's the kind of party we will have. We'll have fun as we work. And we're working right now because but we can't stay on here much longer. So I just want to say that, Lenny, thanks for coming on. As you've been doing the work, continue to do the work. And we pray that you will maintain good health, not just for the work, but for you and your family as well. But the work is
Thank you.
important. So we want it for the work as well. Donna, you know, what can I say? You're the you're my champion over here. You're making it happen. Nothing can happen without you. You make things move. You keep things together. How about that? You keep it knitted in a way, you know. When I'm trying to run all over the place, you pull it back in a good way, you know.
Sure.
And Elizabeth, as I've always said to you, you are the reason why we're here, and you should never take that for granted or make it's big. It's a big deal. It's not often you find so many individuals who are very productive in their own ways, in their own lives, will commit what we have committed to you. And there's a reason why we have done that. We have done that because of who you are. Who you are. I've seen you, and I'm going to say it again, I've seen you take from what you don't have and give to others. And that's not very common in people. That's very uncommon. And you do that. So that's something that shout out loud to me personally. Speaks loud. Big loud speaker, right? And when I see that happening, and I see you continue to do that and caring about others, and look at your situation, what you've gone through, right? What you've lived through daily, and the pain and all that suffering that you've gone through, and yet you wake up wanting to do something like this. You for sure can get support from us. We committed to do that, to give you support, so you didn't have to do this.
Yeah.
You could have said, "I'm good." You know what I mean? You could have said, "I'm good to go. I'm good." We made commitments to help you with your children. So you're set, but yet you saw it fit to say, let's do something bigger than Elizabeth. Something bigger than Elizabeth that will long outlive all of us. But you want to do that. So that's a big deal. So I want you to look at yourself and appreciate you for who you are. Never let a moment go by when you don't believe I am good enough. I'm significant, because you're all those things. And let that be a driving force that I want to be here to experience the work that's happening in my name around me that I started. Let that be that thing that when you look in the mirror and say, I don't feel so good, that it just give you that energy. Energize you, pump you up, keep you up. And also do what Lenny is telling you to do, eat and rest. That's a critical piece of it as well, parts of it. So Elizabeth, we love you. Just keep on keeping on, making it happen, and we'll do our part. And we'll bring other people on just like us. But there are many more out there, people like us, who are not afraid to step up and say, it's not about me.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Let's make it about someone else. So I don't have anything else to say. I think I think we've said enough. We're on a collision with purpose, life-changing conversations. And today I have none other than Miss Elizabeth from the Elizabeth Sitawa Cancer CBO for community-based organization. I have my partner, my co-host, my friend, my cousin, Miss Donna Thompson. And I have my new brother. He could have been an old brother the way we got so close so fast. The Honorable Chief of Staff. What else is he? He's so many things. Chairman of this powerful organization. And I had on earlier Marcel, but he had to go. He had the time mixed up. He thought it was 8 p.m. our time. Working with time zone. So really appreciate you guys coming on and sharing and just continuing to do the work. And for those watching us or will watch the replay, continue to check us out here at 1 p.m. US time, 8 p.m. Kenya time. And we will always be having conversations like this, real conversation. We don't leave anything on the table, and we're not going to try and pretty it up and make it look good. We're just going to tell it like it is, because that's what life is all about. Just as it comes your way, you deal with it. So that's what we do here. And this platform here will be the platform for the CBO. Whenever we want to get information and blast it out, we will use this anytime we see fit. We have access to it, so we'll use it. So until next time, I'm going to say, Donna, can you take it out for me? You know you're the expert. Can you take it out for me?
Sure. So I would like to tell everyone that we thank you for joining us this afternoon, this evening, depending on where you are. We do not take your time for granted. We are deeply humbled and grateful that you have joined us. And we're going to ask you to please have a wonderful, blissful, safe rest of the day and rest of the week. Until next time.
I know, just stay back for 1 minute for me, all right? Just stay back for a minute.
I'm a boy kid, I'm a boy kid. I'm a boy kid, I'm a boy kid. I wake up in the morning and I praise the Lord. I thank Him for His protection, and I walk in His steps, declaring that today's provision is set up for me. I love God and I love my friends. I'm a boy kid. I'm a boy kid.